Hey everyone, and welcome. This explainer is really for you, the next generation of teachers. We know that stepping into a classroom for the first time, well, it comes with a ton of questions, especially when it comes to technology and all the tools you're supposed to use. We're here to help you figure all that out.
Yeah, let's just get it out there. All the different tools available can feel pretty overwhelming. But here's the good news. You are not alone in trying to figure this out. We're going to break it all down together, step by step.
All right, first things first. Before we can even think about choosing the right media, we've got to be on the same page about what instructional media even is. It's a term you're going to hear all the time, so let's get a nice, clear definition.
The easiest way to think about it is this. Instructional media is simply the how of your teaching. It's the channel, the pipeline you use to get your ideas across to your students. It's not the lesson itself, but the way you deliver that lesson.
And here's a really helpful way to break it down. Think of the media as the vehicle, the car, the bus, whatever. And the instructional materials, your lesson plans, your videos, your handouts, well, they're the passengers. The media is just the thing that delivers the content to your students.
And you know what? You're part of this long, amazing tradition. For over 100 years, educators just like you have been trying to figure out how to use media to create better, more engaging learning experiences. So this isn't some new challenge. It's just an evolving one.
Okay, so now that we've got a handle on what media is, let's try to organize all these different options. Kind of like creating a toolbox for your classroom, right? You've got different tools for different jobs. We can really group these tools into three big buckets. First, you've got your traditional media. Chalkboards, textbooks. These are the absolute backbone of so many classrooms, and you know what? They're still incredibly powerful. Then you have digital and multimedia, which just opens up a whole world of interactivity with things like videos and quizzes. And finally, you have what we're calling contemporary media, like VR and AI. This is the really cutting-edge stuff that's showing us what the future of learning could look like.
So you have this amazing toolbox, but how do you think about the impact of each tool on learning? Well, lucky for us, an educator named Edgar Dale gave us this really powerful model, and he did it way back in the 1940s.
You see, Dale was so passionate about getting away from what he called bookish learning. He argued that real, deep learning, that's a rich experience. It's learning that feels alive, memorable, and full of a sense of adventure.
And this visual, his cone of experience, it just captures that idea perfectly. It shows learning as a journey, from abstract ideas at the top down to concrete, real-world stuff at the bottom. Now, this isn't some rigid scientific rule, okay? Think of it more like a mental map to guide your thinking about how students really learn and hang on to information. So way up at the top of the cone, you've got the most abstract things, symbols, like words on a page. But as you move down the cone, learning gets more sensory, more hands-on. You go from just reading about something to seeing it, and finally, all the way at the bottom, you're actually doing it yourself in a direct, purposeful experience.
Okay, that's the big idea. But let's bring this down to earth. How do you actually use this to pick the right tool for your lesson on, a Tuesday morning?
And this right here, this is so important. It's really easy to get excited about some cool new app or gadget, but you have to always start with the learning first. Remember this, the technology is there to serve the teaching, not the other way around.
So before you choose any tool, run it through this quick three-step check. First, does it match my objective? Second, is it right for my students? And third, is it practical in the context of my classroom? Because a tool that's perfect in theory is totally useless if it doesn't actually work in the real world.
All right. Now, I know the idea of creating your own media can sound, well, a little scary. Like you need to be a graphic designer or some kind of filmmaker. But I promise you, it doesn't have to be like that at all. Let's just demystify this whole thing. You don't have to be a Hollywood director here, okay? You can start super simple at what we call the mechanical level, just snapping a photo of a plant for a science lesson on your phone. Easy. As you get more comfortable, you can move up to the creative level, maybe planning out a short video. The key takeaway is that you do not need to be a professional designer to create really effective media for your students.
And that's really what this all comes back to. Every single choice you make, the colors you use on a chart, the examples in a story, the tools you select, all of it comes together to shape your students' learning experience. You are a designer of experiences.
So, as you prepare for your next class, what's it going to be? Maybe it's finding that one perfect image that makes a tough idea finally click. Or maybe it's bringing in a real object from your community to make a lesson feel concrete. You have the power to make learning memorable. You can do this.